G'day everyone, this afternoon I've come down to my local to do a bit of bait fishing, and Sonny is with me. He's just coming through the gate over there. He's meeting me here. He's come down here on his motorbike. We're going to do some spring bait fishing and see if we can catch a yellow belly. Hey you! You're watching Robbie fishing. Right, well I'm going to be using 2 lines, both with Jan Juck worms. Sonny's just rocked up. What do you reckon, Sonny? I'm thinking here, I've done really well here. I've caught murray cod, trout cod, yellow belly, carp and crayfish all here. But I have caught a few yellow belly here, so...
Oh, it's looking good.
Looking good?
You're looking better, but it's looking good.
Alright, Sonny's going to fish down there. I'm going to fish here on the edge of the carp backwater. I call this a big carp backwater. I'm going to have one just down here on the river and one in this flooded backwater. That'll be the carp rod. So watch where this goes, Sonny. I'll fish about there. The current will probably wash that back around to the left a little bit, but it should be out of your road. I'll get my second rod set up, and while I'm doing this I'm going to give you a bit of a lecture, about your health. You know, I sometimes sound puffed out and short of breath in my videos. Well, today it's even worse. It's like even when I'm sitting here doing nothing. I've been an asthmatic since I was 9 years old, so over 41 years. I was 9 when I got diagnosed. As a teenager, I spent a lot of my life in hospital, hooked up to nebulizers and oxygen and all kinds, and even drips at some stage. Once I got to about 19 or 20, I outgrew it, and for most of my adult years, it's been pretty much under control. There's been times where I've had little flare-ups and stuff, but for the best part, it's been under control thanks to preventative medication. And anyway, last week I got a bit of a chest infection, and then my asthma just went to hell in a handbag, and I have just had the worst week imaginable. I ended up in hospital on Tuesday morning. I probably should have nearly gone to hospital at 2 o'clock this morning. The thing that has saved me this week, and I'm not even lying, I could have died this week, is I do have an asthma plan and I have medication at home. So I was able to use the medication that was in my cupboard. Admittedly, it was out of date because I hadn't needed the really strong steroid medication for quite a few years, and it was out of date, but it was there and I used it, and it sort of got me better. And then I got to the hospital and they sort of fixed me up. But folks, if you're an asthmatic and it's been lying dormant like mine has for 30 years and you think you've got it under control, just know that it can flare up and erupt like an extinct volcano, because it's happened to me this week. And I'm not going to lie, it's been bloody scary. It's been a scary week. I've had a number of asthma attacks, a huge flare-up. I think I'm on the tail end of it now. I need to come out and go fishing to satisfy my mental health, because I'm not enjoying just staying at home. But folks, the point is, if you've got asthma, if you're an asthmatic like me, we're coming into springtime, just make sure you've got a plan and that you do have medication in the cupboard, because if you wake up like I did Tuesday morning and you haven't got any medication, you could end up having to call an ambulance, or even worse, you could end up dying, because asthma does kill people. It's been a big week. Anyway, that's just my lecture. Make sure you're prepared just in case your asthma goes south unexpectedly like mine has. There are. There's all my health concerns listed in one go, Sonny. Welcome to Robbie Doctoring. I'm confident that one of us will catch a fish here today, Sonny. I'm going to put some water in my water bucket so that if I catch a native fish, I can wet my hands and really look after it. And so I can wash my hands after I handle worms. Getting a bite here on a stumpy rod. There it goes. A bit hard to see in the wind, but there it goes. Something's definitely pulling it down. That's a fish for sure. Come on, I'm going to catch one, Sonny. Getting a bite on the, there it goes, on the paternoster rig. Oh, he's not there. That's a good sign. Usually if it's a carp, he'd be straight on, but that's nothing straight on. I reckon it could have been a yellow belly if we're lucky. He bite is back. He's back. Got him. He got off. I felt a little bit of weight, then he was gone. Oh, getting a bite on the running sinker rig here. Just had 3 little jabs. Well, he's biting that. Could have nearly struck then, I reckon. I might check this bait after those couple of little nibbles. got him. There's a fish sitting on it. Yeah, he must have just been sitting there. Is it a carp? It's got to be, doesn't it? The right size for a yellow. No, it's a big old mud marlin. Careful, it's slippery. He must have just been sitting there with it in his mouth, because I thought, hey, I'm on the board. I thought I might just check the bait because it stopped biting. He must have just been sitting there with it in his mouth. Oh, how I do love my springtime bait fishing adventures. Because of the closed cod season, you won't see me using cheese. Well, barley grubs, not that I use them very often anymore anyway, but you won't see me using my known cod baits. It's usually just worms and worms. As the water warms up a bit, if I can get hold of some freshwater shrimp, I might have a freshwater shrimp on, or a yabby tail or something, but then when December comes, I break out the cheese. Hey, you're on the board.
I got a crayfish. Crayfish. So it's not a fish with fins, but I'm on the board. Thanks for coming. See you later, Junie.
Right, well, I've got one carp and I had a couple of other bites. Sonny's caught one crayfish and had a couple of other bites. But the magic hour is still to come. There it goes, getting a bite on the running sinker here again, eh? Got him. Oh, hooked up. Is it a carp? That's green. Or is that a yellow? Or am I saying things? It's fighting like a carp. It's got to be a carp. It's a carp. I thought I saw a flash of green. As soon as I come up, I thought it's green. Ah, well. The green one's going to come a bit later, in the shape of a big fat golden perch. Carp me up. I'm going to catch carp and never stop. He's not as big as the other one. A little bit smaller than the other one. I'll just get a photo of it in the net. My photographer has moved over there into the sun, so well, that's two carp, both out of the carp end of the hole. One of the things I really like about this spot is that there's a carpy area there, and deeper and snaggier and faster down there. Better down there for yellow belly and cod and stuff. But I can put a line in the carp in the hole to increase my chances of actually catching something while I wait for a decent fish to come along. Right, a couple of fresh worms on. Oh, big fat juicy Jan Juck worms. There's a link to these in the video description below, as there is with all of my bait fishing videos. Here's a Robbie fishing fun fact. I caught my first Murray cod about 100 metres that way, back in the mid to late 1980s. Really? My Sonny's hooked up over there and it's got off. The wind is a bit of an issue, but anyway, I've caught two carp and I'm waiting for a yellow belly. The target species is a yellow belly, but to be honest, I don't care if I don't catch a yellow belly. I'm just so happy to be back out here after being crook all week. Just sitting here, bit of low impact bait fishing, very relaxing, just what I need. Although that nice yellow belly would just be the icing on the cake. I told Sonny the wind would probably die down later in the day, but it's getting worse. Oh, well, little stumpy rod, just get a bite. Got him. Yes, got him. Whoa. That's another carp. This time, Sonny's, you got a snag, have you? I got this one on the deep in the short rod down the deep end of the hole. I thought it might have been a better fish, but it's still a bloody carp. Oh well. This one's got this. This one's about twice the size of the other two. Gonna attempt to pass this under there. I got this on the short rod down the deep end of the hole, and I thought, oh, maybe it's a better fish. What's that? Yeah, it's just a bigger one. Oh yeah, the fish are getting bigger. Oh yeah, the carp are getting bigger. I got a bit excited there because it was on the rod on the left. I'm just keeping my eye on that other rod while I'm doing this because it could disappear into the water if I'm not paying attention. Just because I say, you know, this is the carp end of the spot and down there's more cod and yellow belly, it doesn't mean there won't be crossover. You'll still get a cod or a yellow up here, just like you'll still get carp down there. It's actually really hard to net fish with a short fishing rod. Got him. Big. I reckon it's about 66. I'll get a rough measurementation with my Yabby brag mat. We'll start there. So it's 40 to that scale. It's about 62. Not quite as big as I thought, about 62, but still quite a big fish. Well, I've just had a bit of a coughing fit while the camera was off. And I don't know who's got the worst health at the moment, me or that carp. Well, I'm still breathing, just. So that's probably me. No amount of Ventulin's going to fix that fish. About 62. You want to know something? Oh, where's he gone? He's gone down the bank. I caught it right where your rod was just before. Well, welcome back to Fishing with Dr Robbie. It's currently 5:15. I've got about an hour of fishable light left. So we'll say the magic hour has just begun. But how magic will it be? Well, finally the wind's dropped off a little bit. Hopefully it stays that way now for the next little bit of time that we have left. Just had a nibble on the stumpy rod. Still there. Look at the line, it's still pulling, look. Got him. Is it another? Oh, it's a smaller fish, this one. Come on, come on, come on. Be a non-carp. It's fighting like a yeller. Come on, moment of truth. Oh, is it a yeller? Oh, that's another carp. I don't believe it. Oh well. Number 4. Well, that's 4 carp. 2 in the carp end of the hole and 2 down in the yellow belly end of the hole. Surely that's got to be a sign that there's a yellow belly on the way. Right. Come on, next fish, yellow belly. Gee, they're fat, these worms. They are so big and fat. Jan Jacks, we're big and fat. We're big and fat, so how about that? Big and fat. How about that? How about that? That's a spider bait song, if you don't know. Old Man Sam. But they're not singing about Jan Jacks, they're singing about Elvis. Elvis was big and fat. Was big and fat, so how about that? Big and fat, so how about that? Righto. Yellow belly me up. I can feel a yellow belly coming on. It is a bit early. It's only not even the middle of September yet. The water's as cold as ice. There's still a lot of snow in the headwaters feeding these streams. The nights are cold. You know, we could get a frost tonight. It certainly feels frosty. It's very cold. It's just very early. You know, if you can catch a yellow belly now, good and well. It's certainly on the cards. It's certainly possible. But it's a... you shouldn't expect too much this early in the season or this early in the springtime when everything's still so cold. Come on. Will it be a non-carp? Got him. No, that's a carp. Instantly. Look at that. You can just tell. Straight out of the centre. Straight up to the top. Be funny if after all that it wasn't a carp. I'm still holding on to the hope that it's not, but it's certainly fighting like one. Another carp. Hey, carp central tonight. 8 pound line. I reckon I could nearly drag that up and not have to worry about wetting my landing net. It's not a very big one. Drag it all the way up the hill. Right, carp number 5. Well, there's certainly been an improvement in the carp fishing because last time we were here I didn't get a bite and Sonny got a carp. So the carp have certainly started biting, so surely the other fish aren't too far away. I better get my line back in. There's not a second to lose. There's a yellow belly just waiting to get hooked. It looks like Sonny might be packing up over there, I think. I'm going to give it another 10 minutes or so. But it's like this time of the day, although today it's a bit cool. Wouldn't it be funny if I caught 5 carp and then ended the day with a nice yellow belly? Wouldn't just be funny, it'd be terrific. Ride home, say, oh, one of those potholes on the way in with water and it was really deep. I bellied out in it.
Yeah, no, I'm not going into the hole.
Yeah, so be careful. Well, Sonny's just left. He's on his way home. He met me out here. He's on his motorbike. He's kindly taken my chair up with him. He's going to leave it next to the car, so it's one less thing I have to carry back. I'm only going to be here another 10 minutes or so, then I'm going to head off as well. Come on, fishy. Has the day got one more fish in it? That was a nibble on the long rod then, for sure. There it goes. He's still biting. Got him. Come on. Oh, I'd love it if it was a yellow belly and I could send Sonny a photo of a nice yellow. It's fighting like a... It's not a carp. I think it's a cod. Is it a little trout cod? It's a little Murray cod. After all the carp, I finally caught a native fish, but not the one I'm after. Would you believe I've already emptied the water out of my bucket for wetting my hands, so I'll put the fish in the net and get the net all wet. I'll be buggered. Little Murray cod. See you later, mate. Off he goes. It's good to actually have a fish I can release. Folks, if you are an asthmatic or you've got a history of asthma or breathing problems, please make sure that you have some kind of a plan, an asthma plan or an asthma management plan. I can't emphasise it enough. As a veteran asthmatic of over 40 years, I thought I knew it all, and then this week my under control asthma erupted like an extinct volcano and it's really shaken me to my knees. I'm on the mend now, but I'm just so glad that I had a plan in place and that I had the required medication in the cupboard. So please just let this be a wake-up call. Make sure you've got your medication in the cupboard in case you need it, because we're heading into the worst time of the year for asthmatics now, and that's the springtime. Anyway, this has been Fishing with Dr. Robbie. I'm about to pack up and go home now. Thank you all very much for watching.